Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and a new season in our Newcastle United save. Yes, we are going to go at the Champions League one more time because I have still never won it as Newcastle United manager. You can see we won the league last season in the most dramatic of fashions. Go and watch the last two episodes if you haven't already. They are crucial before you watch this episode. You can see Patrick Cutrone, 44 goals, our top scorer last season. Just some fantastic stats out there. Pinamonte and Cutrone got 28 assists, so Cutrone with so many goal contributions. I've got perfect job security because we made the final of literally everything last season, including winning the league, so it's been a real good time. This season, I'm not sure quite how it's going to play out. I think these videos will go up a little bit less frequently. I did a poll on the channel, over 60% of you wanted to see another season, so that's why we're doing this. But like I said, I'm not sure how quickly these videos are going to come out, and so we'll just kind of see how it goes. But this season, I am going to spend literally every penny that I've got to bring in the right reinforcements. I think we need another striker, we need a couple of decent central midfielders, and at least one more very good defender. So if we look at the squad, up front we've got 4 great strikers, but we've got pretty much nobody behind that. Central midfield, we're struggling a little bit. Drinkwater's going to be leaving the club. And I think with Marino and Loftus-Cheek out on loan as well, we don't have strength in depth in that position. And they may both leave as well in the summer. James Milner's in on loan, so he'll be going as well. In defence, we've only really got Otamendi, Holding and Lemos who are any good. Smalling has dropped off the pace, so we definitely need a central defender in there. And we could really do with replacing Tom Heaton, who's done well for us. He was never meant to be a world-class goalkeeper. He's 34 years old now. He has done good things for us, but we need to get a young player in there. But like I said, I'm going to spend as much money as I can this season and try and bring in all the players we can. I've got £88 million in the transfer budget, but we are massively overspending on wages. So if we adjust that down all the way to the other end, if it will let me, then I mean, even then, there's a good 50 million and 500 grand a week in the budget. So I'm sure I'll get more when the season starts. But let's go forward a little bit in time and see what we can do in the January transfer window. Well, we are now a little bit further into the future. It's the end of June, and I just wanted you to see that we have had a new owner come into the club. It's the second time that we've been taken over with me as manager in just 3 years. They paid £700 million for the club, which shows how much value we've put onto it. So we've got Matt Foster, or Forster, now in charge of the club. I mean, he's not put any money in whatsoever. I don't really know what the point of the takeover was. It gave me some uncertainty this month that we weren't actually going to be able to bring any players in, because obviously we were under a transfer embargo for about 3 or 4 weeks, which didn't help us because we weren't able to sign anybody. But he has come in. He's not going to sack me. I think I've still got pretty much full board backing. It's dropped off a little bit from where it was under the new owner, but otherwise we're fine. The other big piece of news is that Manchester City have offered me a job as manager. I also had a job offer from PSG come in, so the big clubs are going for me. And when the Real Madrid job became available, I was a favourite with the media, but wasn't ultimately offered it. Bearing in mind Manchester City finished 3rd last season, that would be a very good job to take, as would the PSG job. They're 2 big financial superpowers going in for me. But I am going to continue with the Newcastle save. If we have a quick look at our transfer history, you can say we have let Jamal Lascelles and Danny Drinkwater go. Drinkwater going all the way back to Leicester, where obviously really made his name for £11 million there. Can't remember what we signed him for. Did we get him on a free? I feel like we might have. No, we got him for £11.5 million. So we only lost £250,000, not counting wages. And then there's Jamal Lascelles, who's gone for £2.9 million. He was not getting into my team anymore. He wasn't that good. Only played 3 times in the league last season, so I thought I should just cash in on him. But the big signing is Simone Scouffet, who is a player that should be well known to most of you who track the Wonder Kids in this game. He's not got quite as much potential ability as we might like, but given this formation tends to develop players like Tom Heaton into good quality goalkeepers, I'm sure it can do the same for Scouffet. He's not a natural sweeper keeper. He'll have to learn that, do a bit of training, but not a bad signing for 22 million. It did reasonably well while he was at Watford, who have been a struggling team, but up near that 7-point rating that I'd be looking for in a goalkeeper. So very happy to bring him in, and I'm sure he will do excellent things for us. We do have some other transfer targets that we're going for now that we're not under embargo. So what I'll do now is I'll go all the way forward to the first game of our season through pre-season. We're going to go to the Community Shield match at Wembley, where we are going to be taking on Manchester United, who are our big rivals domestically last season, and I really want to win that game, but I've got some exciting transfers in the pipeline, so I'll see you in just a second. Well, here we are at the end of pre-season. We're ready for that FA Community Shield match at Wembley against United, another chance for some silverware. But first things first, we need to have a look at pre-season. That went really well for us, to be honest. We won every single match without conceding a goal, not even against necessarily easy opposition. We beat Zenit 2-0, this team that I won't try and pronounce 5-0, Portimonense 4-0, Colne 3-0, and Brescia Calcio 8-0. But when we have a look at the transfers, we really have done some great things in the transfer window. All of our money is gone. We have spent £200 million this season, near enough. Few players going out first, mostly players that you wouldn't know too well, or wouldn't miss anyway. So Haidara's gone out on a free. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, we managed to get £6 million for him, which I thought was pretty good given he really didn't play for us. We actually turned a profit on him of 750k, £1.5 million if you include the loan fee. Rodrigo, I still can't get a damn work permit for, so he's now off, but he is going to play for them at the Olympics, which might help us get a work permit. He's a good young striker, so I want to get him into the club soon. The biggest departure, definitely Andre. Not a player I was looking to sell, but when a Chinese club came into him offering money, I kind of had to let him go. We got £20 million for a 30-year-old player we signed for less than £4 million. I think that's some good business. Boosted the coffers, allowed me to leverage the money out over 48 months, which means that we have signed some absolute quality players. The big name, though, is Harry Kane, the Hurricane. We got him for just £90 million, which I thought was an absolute steal. He is one of the best strikers, if not the best striker, in the world and in the game, and he's only 27 years old. He's in that peak point for a striker between about 27 and 30, where they really are at the top of their game. He had a fantastic season last time out for Spurs as well, getting 42 goals and 11 assists in 57 appearances in all competitions. Did superbly, and he perfectly fits our front three. So we're going to have him, Keane, Pinamonte, Cutrone and Sanabria all available in our front three. It's going to be absolutely deadly. Now, I said I wanted to bring in some central midfielders. We've seen Scouffé in goal already. I brought in Bakayoko, the most expensive of the midfielders. He's not a world-class player, but he's a very good one, and he will certainly do the job in midfield. Obviously, we'll be playing as the ball-winning midfielder, which is a position we've been looking to fill. We've managed to bring in Yuri Tielemans as well, which is a little bit surprising. He's dropped off the pace at Monaco, not been playing there, unlike in his first season when he joined them. Went out on loan to Malaga and didn't even play there very much, despite getting some pretty consistent ratings. So I thought it'd be worth a punt. We got him for just £5 million, and I'm sure he'll do good things for us as a rotation player. We managed to bring in Luka Modric on loan. He's 34 years old now, but still definitely able to do a job. And playing as a playmaker, he will do very well for us. He's still getting good ratings. Not as good for City after joining them for £7 million, but we're only paying half his wages, which I'm happy with. And was doing very well at Real Madrid for a time, so I'm sure he will do good things. And finally, we spent money on one decent centre-back, which is what I wanted to do. We've got Daniele Rugani in from Juventus. He cost us £47 million, but with stats like this, in a formation like ours and a team like ours, he is going to do absolute wonders for us at the back. So I am very happy with the players that we have managed to bring in. I think we've done very good things, and now we're going to take on Manchester United in the Community Shield. We don't have the best record against them. Our only win was that sensational one at the end of last season that helped us overturn their lead and take the title. But the team that we're going to put out there today, we've got the Hurricane up front with Keane and Pinamonte, so I'm going to say Keane and Kane quite a lot going forward, I think. Bakayoko makes his debut in central midfield as well. We've got Masuaku and Carmona at wing back, and then we'll continue in that position for the rest of the season because they were both so good last year. Rugani also makes his debut in defence with Otamendi and Holding. I'm not sure who between Lemos and Holding will start most of the season, but we'll find out within a few games, I imagine. And Scouffet is getting a nod in goal. I'm not going to make him the automatic starter. I'm going to rotate Heaton and Scouffet because they both have about the same rating in the game, according to my assistant manager and scouts. And also on stats, they're not too dissimilar. But I imagine Scouffet will replace Heaton as we go forward, as long as there aren't any big mistakes. But this is a team going out there. I'm very excited about this squad going forward. We've got Cutrone and Sanabria on the bench. Modric is on the bench. Lemos on there as well. It's a very strong 11, a very strong subs bench. And if ever we're going to go at the Champions League, this has to be the season we're doing it. So let's beat Man United early on and make sure that we are the title contenders we're claiming to be. Otamendi plays the ball forward to Masuaku early in this game here. He's played it over the top and Pinamonte's in behind. Harry Kane should be arriving at the back stick. He puts it across. Carmona, of all people, just rides into the box and slots it home 4 minutes into our season. And our right back has got his first goal of what is surely going to be double digits. And United are in disarray. Fosu Mensah puts the ball on a diagonal to Insigne. Now Darboe pushes it out wide to Jose Callejon. He pushes it out to Insigne. A lot of room for their left back, but they go inside instead. And Mkhitaryan loses the ball. Bakayoko with a good tackle, but Rashford's picked up the loose ball. In on goal, and Scouffet makes his first big save. So we've seen a great tackle from Bakayoko and a great save from Scouffet. Not bad from our new signing so far. And here's Harry Kane on the ball as well, but not going to be able to score from way back outside his own box. De Gea sends the ball forward. Good header by Otamendi. Bakayoko nods it on. Here's Moise Kean through to Pinamonte, but a big tackle there by United means they turn over possession. And Rashford causing us trouble today. He's charging down the left. He's picked out Mkhitaryan. Now Callejon. Back to Mkhitaryan. It's come to Darboe. Insigne turns, shoots. It's fallen from Rashford, and fortunately he's put it wide. Carmona into Harry Kane. Good tackle by Luke Shaw, takes the ball off Kane, and Rashford is in behind again. Why are we not stopping him? Fortunately, Scouffet saves our bacon. Into the second half now, Fosu Mensah puts the ball into Herrera. Grujic with a good clearance. We've not really been at our best up to this point, but Keane is on the ball. He's in behind. He's got Kane across, and Kane is there. Harry Kane on his debut. The £90 million man slots the ball home for 2-0. And surely we're going to beat United here. Two very quick goals at the start of each half. You can see we've not necessarily been the best team in this game, but we have absolutely ruthlessly taken our chances. And Harry Kane, with the debut goal at Wembley, obviously played here for Spurs for quite some time, and he's made the most of that experience. Here's Rob Holding. Plays the ball over the top. Carmona controls it well, keeps his run going as well. Skips a tackle, puts the ball in. Harry Kane is there. He's hit the post, so close to a second. Free kick by Masuaku comes to Keane. He's lost the ball there. He was doubled up on and shouldn't have held on to it. Now Mkhitaryan's only got one defender to beat. He's going out wide. Tackles come across, and he's managed to keep it there. He's put the ball in. Lukaku's just come on, and Holding throws him to the ground. It's a penalty to United, and they have a way back into the match. Scouffet here has a chance to make himself a hero on his debut, just like Kane did. Lukaku steps up, and he finds the back of the net. A very good penalty. Scouffet was always going to struggle to get there. He's made a couple of good saves today. Not been a bad debut, but it does affect his clean sheet record. Now we've got 20 minutes to hang on with this 1-goal lead. Otamendi pushes it across to Grujic. Carmona plays it in behind, but Jones cleans it up with a nice interception. Holding launches it forward once more. Now Fosu Mensah. Callejon through to Mkhitaryan. Insigne loses it, does he? No, it's come for Darboe. Shaw in behind, but Holding with a great ball forward. Harry Kane is the one in behind here. He's got players in the middle to aim for. He puts it in. Keane was there. It's come to Bakayoko. Now Pinamonte. Oh, how has he missed that? So unselfish from Bakayoko, who probably should have just had a clean strike at it. I'm going to bring Luka Modric on for Grujic. I'm also going to give, I think, Sanabria a little run around for Moise Kean, just to freshen up the legs. Be nice to see what Modric can do. This is how I imagine him playing and working in the team, not being a starter because he won't have the stamina to make it. But as a late sub, he can surely do good things for us. And Lukaku was not far away with that header, just over 10 minutes left to play. Most of the team doing well. Holding has been struggling, but I think that's mostly the penalty effectiveness rating. Here's Shaw. Puts the ball in, but Modric with a good stop. Harry Kane picks it up well and clears it forward. Now Pinamonti, 2-on-2 at the back here. Sanabria with the ball. Plays it in behind, but Virgil van Dijk does clean it up. Insigne picks out Ribeiro. Well cut out by Regani. He's had a solid debut. And there's a ball over the top from Bakayoko. Pinamonti in behind and saved by De Gea. I mean, all of our debut players have impressed me today, I have to say. And with just 5 minutes to go, we are hanging on to a famous win at Wembley. It's Carmona into Sanabria. He's got Harry Kane making a run. He's looking for him. Good tackle, but it's come to Pinamonti. And De Gea once more stops Pinamonti from getting the goal. He's done very well in goal, De Gea today. Modric with the corner will obviously be very helpful at set pieces this season. Now Sanabria, edge of the area, strikes it. And De Gea again with another big save. He is keeping United in it, as he has done throughout his time at the club. It's Modric into the box for Otamendi. Comes out to Sanabria. Finds Masuaku. Big tackle. Sanabria with the shot. Again, De Gea low down to stop it. We've had 7 shots on target. Just the 2 goals. 4 minutes of added time to see out. Just going to make a late sub here to throw the time away. Fernandes can come on for Bakayoko, who is struggling for fitness. I am so happy with my options in this club, both in the first 11 and on the bench. We did not have this last season at all. Our bench was extremely weak. If there were injuries, we were in trouble. And that ball's fortunately gone out of play. That should be the full-time whistle as well. So this will be another piece of silverware for the club. Our 3rd trophy in our reign here as the ball comes out. There's a full-time whistle. Back-to-back wins at Wembley for us. Here we are winning the trophy. Me and my beautiful red, green, blue and white suit. The black and white ticker tape comes down and we can celebrate winning a very strange looking Community Shield there. It looked a lot more like the Premier League title to me. But we have got the win. That's a great way to start the season, putting United into some poor morale from the start. And next episode we will kick off our league campaign. There's not a lot that we can do between now and then. There's not really going to be any more transfers because I'm very happy with the team and I want them to bed together. But we've got games next episode against Leicester United and Bournemouth, so that'll be a huge match early on with Manchester United. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video if you're happy to see this season and series come back to the channel. But until next time, see ya.